Hey, everybody, and welcome to the Gentleman's Journey podcast. My name is Luke Karam, Phi Delta 25, and we are coming to you from the 182nd Convention in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm here today with the colonists of the South Dakota School of Mining Technology. Guys, if you want to go around and introduce yourselves.
I'm James Maertens. I'm the recruitment chair, and I'm going into my junior year.
I'm Reiner. I'm currently the president, and I'm going into my junior year as well.
I'm Josh Rowe. I'm the risk management chair. I'm also going to my junior year.
I'm Jude Haneman. I'm the social media chair, and I'm going into my junior year.
Awesome. So, you guys are a little bit unique because you started as an interest group who reached out to Chi-Sci. Could you talk a little bit about how you found Chi-Sci and why you decided to start that interest group in the first place?
For sure. So initially when we were deciding that we wanted to look into fraternities, me and my friend Kelton, we wanted something that was education focused, but also had that social aspect to it too. So then when we were scrolling through the list of fraternities, we had came across Chi-Sci, and we looked a little bit into the history, and we were like, wow, like this is something that we want to look into. So that's kind of how it all started on that aspect.
Awesome. Yeah, it's great that you guys thought highly enough of us to want to join. So your colony has had some pretty unique events. You've had a ice cream gutter event where you have to eat all the ice cream, something like that. Sorry, I don't know the exact details. Tell us about how you come up with these creative ideas for all your events.
I don't know. We kind of were trying to do recruitment events that no one else has done on our campus, and I don't know. There's a lot of kind of boring ones they do dodgeball and stuff, and it was kind of hard to come up with ideas. And I think our number 2 Mason was just looking stuff up, and he saw this thing where I think it was at a bar, but just a ton of people were eating ice cream out of a gutter, and he was like, "We can do something with this." I feel like. So then we just kind of made it a competition, I guess. I don't know. It's just Google searching random stuff, seeing events that have happened in the past, and putting our own twist on it, I guess.
Yeah, well, they all seem super cool and a cool way to differentiate yourself from other fraternities. So you guys, some of you got to go to the Rowe conference that we were lucky enough to hold in Kentucky. How did that your first foray into the national fraternity change your view of Chi-Sci, and how did that change your idea about the colonies and Chi-Sci itself?
I don't know. I think one thing that was a huge driver into why we wanted to petition for alpha status is because when meeting all the other presidents and recruitment chairs and treasury chairs at Rowe, we really felt that sense of community, and we really wanted to be a part of it, and that's kind of what drove us to alpha status. So that's kind of what we found at Rowe was this tight-knit community that we were looking forward to join.
Yeah, another thing for me from going to Rowe, I got to talk with all the recruitment chairs, and it made me a lot more passionate about recruitment because all these guys are really good at what they do. Everybody at Rowe, everybody you talk to has a really impressive resume. A lot of the guys are super smart, So I was kind of dude, I need to step my game up. I need to start doing better because I don't know, talking to these guys they just knew what they were doing. I was like, wow, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
And everybody was super cool the whole time. That was awesome. It was actually kind of cool. A lot of fraternities hate their nationals, and I don't know. I don't dislike the central office at all. Everything any interactions that I've had with anybody from there has been really good. It's been awesome.
Yeah, we're happy we could have you guys, and we're excited to see what you guys have next. So obviously, you guys are pretty far away from other alphas, being in South Dakota. I think the closest alpha might be Wisconsin or something. How has that affected, being so far away from CO, being so far away from other Chi-Scis? How has that affected your development as a colony and making sure you're still Chi-Sci?
The development wasn't an easy process. So a lot of times we had to have Zoom calls with our extension specialist, Nate Pittman from Kentucky. We had a lot of one-on-one time with him. He was very hands-on, but we couldn't do it always in person. We had calls with Dr. G as well. He also would do a Zoom call and talk about pledge education. A lot of it was just doing it in the best way possible for being so far, because our nearest, the closest 2 alphas are going to be Psi Delta and Boulder, and then New in Minnesota. So it was just trying to find like people in the area who are supportive.
So you guys have been a colony for a year. Tell me about some of your favorite memories you've had in this first year of being colonists of Chi Psi.
I could probably go. This kind of changed my whole perspective on like the entire brotherhood aspect. Last year I went through a breakup, and it was my first like relationship, and it was like really bad for me. I was really like in a pretty bad state, and like I don't know, every single person in the group like had my back 24/7. Like they're always asking how I was doing, and it was like wow, like all these guys like really actually care about me, and I'd never had like an experience like that ever before. So that really changed my entire perspective on the entire thing. I was like, wow, this is actually crazy.
I'm going to add on to that. I had the same situation. So this first semester, I was failing in some of my classes. I was falling behind. I was losing a lot of confidence in myself. And our current number 2, Mason, reached out, and we had a long talk about how they're concerned for my well-being and like how I'm doing in school, because they want to see me succeed. Like not just from themselves, but for everyone in Chi Psi, they want to see you succeed. Like everyone wants to see each other. It's been a great close friendship.
Any other favorite memories?
I'm trying to think.
Formal anyone? Formal was good.
Yeah.
So tomorrow you guys petition for alpha status. If you do get it and you do establish an alpha, and you can come back 10 years later, what do you guys hope to see in your future alpha? What do you hope to come back to?
Personally, I hope we come back to an alpha whose brotherhood is as good as ours, if not better, because I feel like that's something very important that we got, and I think it'd be really cool to see that happening again.
Yeah, for sure. For me, kind of one thing that I've always thought about is like we came back, and like kind of like the status of the name Chi Psi is like held to a high like standard almost. I think that'd be really cool. Like around campus, like if anybody's just talking about Chi Psi, like I would want everybody to be like, oh yeah, like Chi Psi is like the best fraternity on campus. So I kind of want to just, I don't know, I guess, yeah, that's kind of what I'm trying to say, I guess. It's hard to word it, but.
I understand. Like leaving a legacy.
Yeah.
So one more day till the big day. Last question: how are you guys feeling about the petition? Nerves? Excited? You feel ready to go?
I feel really ready to go. I think I'm gonna get very nervous when I get in front of all those people, but I'm really confident in the rest of the group, and I mean, I'm pretty excited for it. I think it's gonna be great.
Yeah, I think we're ready for it. I'm really proud of everything that our group has put together, and I'm really happy with all the dedication that we've put in.
Every person that I've talked to personally has been super supportive. Like every undergraduate, alumni, like the success advisor, everyone's very like they want us to get alpha status. It's been very supportive from everyone. It's been awesome.
Yeah. I'm excited to just kind of share some of our achievements with everybody too, because I mean we've been working like crazy for the like past year, so I'm really excited for that.
Yeah. Well, if you're watching or listening to this, they will have achieved alpha status. So hopefully, one day I can call you guys brothers. Thanks for
sure.
coming to talk to us, and thanks for listening to this podcast.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you for having us.